Hey everyone, Talking Tommy here, coming at you from Halifax, West Yorkshire, with another UK over-the-counter blend review. It's been a while since I've done one of these. The one I was going to do today, I actually, for some reason or another, I had the tobacco ready to put in my bag to take with me over to here, but then I forgot. And I don't know how I managed to forget it, because I brought a pipe I was going to smoke it in. I don't know, Alzheimer's maybe, who's to say. But I do have a different one that I have been smoking quite a bit recently that I'm going to review, and I did buy it over the counter. And I class it as an over the counter blend review, and that is Erinmore Flake. So that's the tin art. If I lift my fingers away, a nasty government health warning. So Erinmore, of course. It's hard to describe what type of blend it is really. Some would say it's an aromatic. I wouldn't really. I'd call it a Virginia Burley Flake. It does have a flavouring, but I'd say it's more like a seasoning, to be honest with you, that just complements the natural tobacco flavour. So Flake's a flake, you know what they look like, but I'll show you anyway. Comes in these nice, quite thick flakes, sort of speckles of different tobaccos in there, quite dark, quite pretty looking flakes actually. And the tin note, sort of fruit. It always reminds me of juicy fruit, chewing gum. That's what it always reminds me of, the smell of this. It smells really good. If you're not a fan of fruit toppings on tobaccos, you possibly won't like it. But oh yeah, and I'll quickly get this out of the way. You can see there that there's a pineapple as part of the Erinmore logo. There's no pineapple flavouring in this. That's a myth. The truth is that pineapples were seen as some kind of aristocratic kind of thing, like a high society type fruit. So they thought it'll show what a great tobacco it is if it had a pineapple on the logo. But there's no pineapple in it. But yeah, so that's the controversy out of the way. Housekeeping. I have loaded up a bowl of the flake in my Jean-Claude Demi Warden. I can't remember what number it is, but it's the black one with a sort of grey smoky effect on the stem, which I'll show you in a bit more detail, which I like. I like it. It's got quite a cool effect. So without further ado, let's get going. So yeah, it's a Virginia Burley Flake with a sort of citrus fruity topping. I'll run through all the flavours as I get going. Devotees of my channel will remember I did do a mixture review as part of the OTC series, Erinmore mixture, which it got average reviews across the board. It was okay, it wasn't great, to be honest. This one, however, seems to be quite a different beast to Erinmore mixture. Flavouring, yeah, fruit, citrus, more as like a topping though, like I said, like a seasoning. because the main flavour I get from this is the sort of natural Virginia burley taste. With hints of the toppings that have been put on it. It has sort of a fruity, citrusy, lemony, apricot-y kind of flavour. Sort of floral hints as well. And a little bit of licorice, I find, to be honest with you. Flavour is nice, it's toned down, it's not as harsh or tart as the mixture. The burn rate's a lot better on this as well. As a mixture, I find does burn rather fast, and it is very tart flavouring. But it's a lot more subtle, this. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for a beginner. I mean, you could try it if you're new to pipes. If you wanted to, you might enjoy it. I wouldn't really recommend it for a beginner though, because if you want in an aromatic in the purest sense of the word, you might get a little bit bored with this because it's not as in-your-face aromatic as, say, some of the Century or Gareth Hogarth or Sutcliffe Lane kind of aromatics, where it's very goopy and very heavily cased. It's not like that. It's a lot more subtle. It's a lot more toned down. Also, if you're not a fan of fruit top flavours, you're probably not going to like it very much. Now the burn rate we've managed to sort out, it doesn't burn as fast as a mixture, which that just, you set fire to it once and then that's it, it's gone 15 minutes later. It burns so incredibly fast. This one, however, it doesn't do that, because you can see it isn't quite solved, because I need to light it again. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I don't mind having to do relights. It doesn't frustrate me like it does with some people. I think, you know, if anything, I'd prefer to have to keep relighting than if a tobacco just burns into nothing in no time at all. I would prefer the opposite, like what this is. So that is a good thing, that it's toned down. Perhaps it's been toned down a little bit too much for some people. But like I say, if relights aren't an issue to you, then you aren't really going to mind too much. On the retro hail, it's really good. You get all those flavours. You get all the fruitiness. Like I said, a little bit of a licorice note I find, and a little bit of a floral note too. Some people might not like that. I quite do. I think it's rather nice. It's rather pleasant. I probably couldn't smoke this all day. This would probably be like a every now and then kind of smoke. Well, that's mainly because of the strength. I mean, it is deceptively strong. I mean, it's a medium, but because it's quite easy to smoke, it's quite light. You could be deceived into thinking it's a lot milder than it actually is. It's nice though, it's very pleasant. The room note's good. Tash note. It's good, you've got the juicy fruit smell there. Some people might not like that. I think it's quite pleasant myself. So it's not really a typical aromatic because you still get that sweetness of the Virginias and a bit of a nuttiness from the burleys. So you do get quite a good natural tobacco flavour. The strength and the flavour together are both very well balanced. Just light it again. Very nice, well, very satisfying smoke. Well balanced. Like I say, the topping is more of the seasoning that just complements the tobacco. Word of warning, the tobacco will ghost a pipe, which if you don't know if you're going to like it or not, it might be worth putting it in a cob or a clay or a meerschaum first. I do like it, so I have no qualms putting it in briar. And this aromatic, this Warden is actually a dedicated aromatic pipe of mine, so I don't mind. I prefer to smoke aromatics or Lakelands in a pipe with quite a long stem, and this is a filter pipe as well. So I find it helps to cool the smoke. Which is what you need sometimes. But I get no tongue bite from this. I didn't get tongue bite from the mixture. I felt the threat of tongue bite. I could feel the beginnings of it on the mixture, but on this one it's not an issue. Seems to be quite a nice cool smoke. With a nice well balanced flavour. So it's really good. It's a really nice smoke. It's satisfying, and I could definitely see it becoming a regular tobacco in my personal stockpile. I'm going to get a few tins to age. See what effect that has. But yeah, it's a nice smoke. Like I say, I couldn't smoke it all day, every day. It would most likely be one of my sort of every now and then special occasion kind of smokes. I can see it being very good around the colder months. I mean, it's quite refreshing on a warm day like today. Today it's quite balmy, if you know what I mean. I don't mean balmy as in balmy army. I mean balmy as in it's quite humid. It's quite muggy here in England today. And it's still a very refreshing smoke. It's nice. I was smoking this yesterday as well. I was out for the day. I was having a beer in a beer garden in the sunshine yesterday, and I had a smoke of this, and yeah, it was really nice. It went down really well in the sunshine, but I could see it going down really well in the colder months as well. like a nice winter warmer in the evening, I think. But yeah, I'll put that to the test nearer the time when that season rolls around once again. But it's a nice smoke. It's really good. It seems that a lot of the things that I found problematic with the pouch mixture seem to have been solved in the Flake, which is often the case. I found the same with Condor. I found that long cut, a lot of the issues I had with Ready Rubbed were solved by long cut, such as burn rate. But like I say, I don't mind having to do relights. It doesn't bother me. It'd be annoying maybe if you were somewhere where environment was a factor. If you were outdoors, maybe you might struggle to keep it lit, but maybe you just need to rub it out a little bit finer. I don't know. I find the flakes rub out very easily. I don't have an issue packing it. Relights doesn't bother me. Part and parcel of being a pipe smoker, really. You know, you've just got to sit back and enjoy it. Don't worry about relights. It's better to relight every couple of minutes than it is to just have something that's going to burn through in minutes. So anyway, I'll put that down and I'll get the rating done. So Erinmore Flake, I would say give it a 1 for the pack cut. It's a flake. Flake's a flake. You can't really do anything wrong really when it comes to pack or cut. Burn rate, I'm going to give it a 0.5 because, as you've seen, yeah, you do have to keep relighting. Not usually an issue for me, but I know it could be for other people. So yeah, I can see how it will be an issue sometimes. So 0.5 for burn rate. Body strength balance, I'll give it a 1. I find the flavour and the body and the strength and composition, it all fits together very well. You're not getting too much of a topping, you're not getting too much nicotine, but you're not feeling shortchanged either. It seems to be a very, very good balance indeed. Beard note, I give it a 0.5. It's nice, it's sort of juicy fruit kind of flavour, but you know, it's not one of those smells that's going to it's not going to keep you necessarily that happy all day. I mean, it's a good crowd pleaser, I suppose, but I think there's better smelling ones out there, so I'll give it a 0.5. Overall enjoyment, give it a 1. I do enjoy it quite a bit. It's a good solid all round tobacco. It's something that, like I say, I'm going to intend to have, maybe not in my regular rotation, but certainly going to have a stock of it at all times so I can have some when I want it. So with that, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, which, you know, is really good. It's better than the mix you got. So thank you very much for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, let me know what your thoughts are if you've tried it, all that jazz. I will be back probably, I won't give you a date or time because I've been really useless and slack lately, so yeah. I'll be back soon though, no doubt. I've got that other blend that I was supposed to review today. I've got that one to review. So yeah, I'll be doing that in the next couple of weeks. Probably next week. I can't see me doing it the week after. But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching. As always, take care of yourself and those around you, and I'll speak to you all again very soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers.